job, guys. Welcome back to the Surf Run channel. We are in week 8 of 16 weeks in training for the San Diego Rock and Roll Marathon. I say we because my son is also running the marathon. This will be his 3rd time. And today was Long Run Saturday. Had a good run today, considering the fact that it's the first 20-mile run that I've done this year since probably the last training run I did for San Diego Marathon last year. So tried going out today in about an 8:30 pace, kind of keep it around that 8:30 pace. Today was meant to be easy peasy, really keep the heart rate low, the effort level low, kind of like a low zone 2, and really just try and get 20 miles in without any real issues, without being destroyed at the end, which meant keeping the pace and level of effort and the heart rate down. So success with that. I'm sitting right now at 36 miles for the week. Got a 4-mile recovery run tomorrow. That'll get me to my scheduled 40 miles for the week. So I'm going to get my long run in at 20 miles. I'm also going to get my 40 miles in for the week. I also got some speed work done this week, and I also got some hill training in this week, and I did doubles. So I did everything that was on my schedule. I did everything I could to make week 8 a successful training week. So I feel great about that. And also did some cross training too. Did 2 sessions of cross training, strength and conditioning. So all in all, a great week. Week 8, we're halfway there. It's kind of exciting. That is one of the reasons why I went 20 miles today, was I guess to get that feeling of, wow, 20 miles, now it's real. Like, training is real. This is going to happen. Whereas if I had gone to 16 miles or 18 miles, yeah, that's a great distance. I just wanted to hit that 20 miles. For me, that 20-mile run is just that perfect distance of one that requires proper fueling and preparation, and you got to kind of grind that out. So really stoked on the 20-mile run today. All right, let's get into the weekend review. As I mentioned earlier, Tuesday I did some doubles, meaning I did a lunch run as well as a early evening run. I did initially the plan was to do 5 and 5, 5 miles for lunch, 5 miles of hill training. Ended up doing 3 miles at lunch and 7 miles of hill training. Did 3 miles at lunch because I ran with a colleague of mine. I'll throw some of that video up here. It was a lot of fun actually running with somebody and just getting to be able to chat with them and kind of run that. What did we run? I think it was 10-minute pace, not really sure, but felt really good actually. One of the few runs at lunch for work where I don't come back to the office just sweating for a half hour after I get back. So that actually, there was a good benefit to that, just really going nice and easy, because you got to go easy every now and then. And that's what that 3-mile run was. The weather was fantastic. Had a good time chatting with my partner at work. And then came home and went over to Hilltop Park over here and did hill training, which is every Tuesday, hill training with Stay Fit Temecula. Good to see a good turnout for the hills this week. Ended up doing basically like 2-mile with 3 by 2 mile repeats. It's kind of what I did this week. And it's basically a 1 mile downhill, 1 mile uphill, then 1 mile downhill, 1 mile uphill. And take a bit of a break and then hit it again and hit it again, with some bit of warm up and cool down in there as well. So yeah, total of 7 miles. Got my 10 miles in for Tuesdays. Tuesdays are usually about that 10-mile range. So how I get that done is typically on doing doubles, but not always the case. Sometimes I'll just get a full 10 miles done in the evening. And then on Wednesday, I do not run on Wednesday, but I do cross training. I go to the Bear Down evening course, and Wednesdays at Bear Down is more of a weight session than like a hit. So we did some bench presses and more upper body type work, which I don't normally do, but I probably should do more often, using the weights a little bit more than I do. So that was Wednesday. On Thursday was speed work. Total of 6 miles. Tried keeping those miles under half marathon pace, right? So basically just doing mile repeats with about half a mile recovery in there. Less than half a mile recovery. Actually, the recovery, I think about it now, wasn't even a measured recovery. It was just a stop the watch, walk it off for 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and then hit it again. And on a relatively flat, I mean, it's not really flat. It's around a local lake over here, but it's got it's either going up, slightly uphill or slightly downhill, but actually it's really good for speed work. You know, speed work is something that now that I have my base work, or my aerobic base down, I can begin doing a lot more speed work. And that speed work is complements of last weekend's 5K race, although it was more of a run than it was a race. 8 weeks into marathon training, I should be racing 5Ks. I should be racing 10Ks. I shouldn't just be running them. And I felt like I just ran that 5K. So that was a bit of a reminder or a wake-up call that I need to incorporate more speed work into my week. Friday, hit Bear Down again. Did the noon class at Bear Down, and which is more strength and conditioning with a kind of a hit portion at the end. It was a combo of upper body and lower body, including some deadlifts and some what are called Nordic push-ups, which are brutal. But nevertheless, that was a good workout. Some core work in there as well. We even did these, like, I guess they were planks on one of those medicine balls, and kind of just like stirring the pot, just getting all that core work. So good stuff there. Saturday was long run Saturday. Felt pretty good about this week's long run. 20 miles, big jump from 14 to 20, but I got it done. I feel great about the ultimate, or the eventual pace, which I think was around that 8:10 average. So, and I kept it pretty consistent. I think there was a mile in there somewhere in the high 9s. That's because I stopped and chatted with a couple fellow runners along the way, and I didn't turn my watch off. My watch doesn't have auto pause. Probably should have put it on auto pause now that I'm in training. But sometimes I just forget to pause my watch, or at times I forget to unpause my watch, which is even worse. Anyways, yeah, 20 miles done. Yeah, I feel good. I think I properly prepared for it. I drank enough water yesterday, and this morning I, got a good breakfast in a couple of hours before the run. Had a bowl of cereal, of some bran flakes, and a coffee that flushed the system out. Then about an hour later, had a protein bar and popped a couple of noon tablets and some water and a piece of toast, and headed out. Along the route, I did take 2 gels along the way. Took a gel at mile what was it, mile 7, about an hour into it, which is a little later than I would like to have taken a gel. Preferred to take gels at about the 45-minute mark, but there just wasn't a water station like readily available. I knew exactly where one was, and it took me an hour to get there. But yeah, took 2 gels, took my second gel around mile 16, and I think that worked out well. You know, 2 gels for 20 miles, that's probably the minimum. 3 gels might be better, but I just didn't feel the need for 3 gels. Again, the effort level was so low that I really wasn't exerting myself. Didn't really feel like I needed it. And plus I was drinking water at certain stations along the way. So that's all good. And yeah, got to see some familiar faces out there running. Even ran into the Temecula Time Machine Youth Running Club. Great to see them out there doing their hill repeats, which is awesome. They got a race next week, and I wish them luck. I miss running with that crew, and I hope to be back there coaching with them soon. Yeah, and right now I feel good. We're a few hours past the 20-mile run. No issues, feel great. I'm a little sore, but that's expected. So yeah, last weekend's race was a reminder of just how inadequate I am with speed, with the 5K distance. And so today was going to be a good test for the long run, a good endurance test for me, and I feel good about that. So first 20-mile run of this training block, I hope to get a total of 5 in, which is basically one pretty much every week until the 2-week taper. So that's 6 weeks. So in 6 weeks, 5 20-mile runs. That's the plan. So somewhere in there I'll probably just do, like, I'll probably back down to 14 or 16 or something like that. But that's the goal. And next week's volume also goes up to 50. So with those, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be doing a 20-mile run again next weekend. But yeah, that was a good week. And next week, the mileage next week goes up to 50 miles. But I'm going to kind of keep that same, I guess, schedule and types of running in place. Tuesday hills, doubles with hills, and Thursday speed work. If I want to run Friday, I will, and I'll do something really light, really easy. Saturday long run, Sunday recovery run to just get up to that 50 miles. That's kind of my schedule, and it works for me. So yeah, good with that. I do have to say that I haven't surfed for what feels like forever. It is spring here in Southern California, and the waves have just been flat. And so that's kind of the name of the game for spring here, is you just get these onshore winds. Plus the water is still in the 50s. In fact, I think it's in the mid 50s. So that's not pleasant. It's not fun to go surf 1 to 2 foot windy conditions when it's 55 degrees. I don't mind surfing small waves when the water's warm. I don't mind surfing big waves when the water's cold. But if it's both cold and small, not my favorite. This next week, actually, right now it's a beautiful day. It's really warm. And it's supposed to be even warmer tomorrow, which is Easter. It's supposed to be in the 80s here. Next week, the temperatures don't get out of the 50s on Thursday and Friday, but it's supposed to warm up again by next weekend. So yeah, it might be a little bit of rain. Hopefully there's a little bit of rain on Thursday. That would be nice. Yeah, so I did a tip while running. I'm going to put that video up here after this, or if I haven't already. Hopefully I can do a lot more tips for notes to future self. I think that's what I'll end up doing. Which is interesting about today not running with music, is it really did make me think through all of these things. It's quite amazing the differences between running with music, a long run, and running without music on a long run. They're vastly different in what it is you're going through. So I think today, because I was going out nice and easy, and I was going to go easy all the way through the run, the no music strategy worked perfectly. All right, well, I hope you're liking this video. Thanks for watching the Surfrun channel. And if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to it, and we'll see you next time. Week 9, halfway there, more than halfway there. Hope your training is going great. Surfrun channel out.